Hi thinkers, welcome to the data structures in Python course on thinkxacademy.com. In this tutorial we are going to study the DFS, which is the depth first search algorithm in graph data structure. We have previously covered the breadth first search and we have also implemented it in Python, and here we are going to do the same. And basically there are two approaches to implement the depth first search. The first approach is the recursive approach and the second approach is using the stack data structure. In this video we are going to focus on the recursive part only. So here you can see I have a graph data structure A, B, C, D, E, and here you can see I have used a similar representation of this graph using a dictionary data structure. So here we have graph equals to, and you can see this is a dictionary with keys and values. Now value is a whole set of all the adjacent nodes which are connected. So here you can see if I have a key which is A node, so A is connected to B, C and D, so they are the values of this key. So you can see here A is connected to B, C and D. Now B is connected to A and E. Now B is connected to A is already covered here, so we are not going to rewrite it here. So B is E is the adjacent node of B, so that's the representation of it. Now we have finally C, D and E in similar way. You can see D is connected to A and C, and we have already covered that before, because you can see that C is connected to D and D is connected to C is same, so we are not going to rewrite it. So D, the adjacent node of D is C, but we are not going to write C here because it's already covered here, and that is the same case with E also, right? So let's first understand what is the core understanding of the DFS algorithm, right? So the first thing is, in DFS, before starting with the directly with this graph data structure, first let's understand how it works in a binary tree, right? So I'm just going to draw a very simple binary tree here which has all of these nodes, and we know that in traversal or in search we are going to visit a node only once. This is the root node, right? And I want to start the traversal from the root node. In the graph data structure also we will start with the node which we will also call as the starting node or the root node. Now in the DFS data structure, which is DFS algorithm, we do is from root node you can see I have basically two positions, right? I can go to the left part or the right part. So let's say I will move to the left part of the tree, right? So this is the left part. So now in the left part, if I move to this node here, so I am visiting it here. Now instead of visiting the adjacent node which is here, I am not going to visit it because they are at the same level, or we can say that they are at the same breadth. And since we are not concerned about breadth, we are concerned about depth first. So instead of visiting the second node, we are going to explore this node first, right? So now after visiting from here to here, we are now going to visit this node. Now here we have this node also. We are not going to visit it now because we have to first explore to the depth, right? So the idea of DFS is to explore the depth. Now once we have explored the full depth, there is nothing else remaining here. What we can do is we can use backtrack, right? So a recursive approach, what we'll do is it will keep calling the DFS function to the next node again and again, and once we have reached the end of the whole data structure, or you can see the leaf node, we can do is the algorithm will backtrack to the previous node, and then it's time to visit the other nodes as well. So now it will visit this node, and similarly all of these nodes will be visited in the same fashion. So let's understand DFS more clearly in this graph data structure. We are going to start with A. Directly connected nodes or the neighboring nodes of A is B, C and D. Now let's choose one from this. Let's choose B first. So first I will visit A, which is the root node. The second is going to be B, right? So we are connected to B. Now A is connected to C and D, but we are not going to visit C and D because they are the neighboring nodes. So because we are not doing the breadth first, so we are not going to explore them. we will have to now explore B and to go inside the depth of this B, right? So B is connected to E and A. A is already visited, we are not going to revisit it. Right now we have E here, we are going to visit E. Now after we have visited E, we are now going to visit C, and now C has A, D and E as the directly connected nodes, right? A and D, A is already been visited, D is not visited, E is visited, so I'm going to now finally visit D. So that's how a depth first search works. It goes into the depth of the data structure, which means it is going to ignore the adjacent nodes and it will keep exploring only one node at a time. That's the basic idea of DFS algorithm. Let's now implement the recursive approach, which we will use in this tutorial, right? So recursive approach is basically a function calling itself. So let's implement it in Python here. Now you can see here we have created a visited set, right, which is basically an array which will contain and hold all the elements or the nodes which we have already visited. Here you can see I have just made a call to a DFS function and I have passed it the visited array, the graph data, the whole graph structure, which is dictionary in our case, and the node from where we wish to start the traversal of the search. Now here we have the function call itself. This is just define DFS. We have visited array, graph and the root, which initially will be A, right? Now what we will have to do is, the idea is, the first thing we are going to do is we are going to start with A. A is not there in the visited node, right? So the first thing we need to do is, whenever we want to do a traversal in depth first, we first need to check whether the root is inside of the visited set or not, right? So I will write if root not in visited, right? So A was not in visited, so the next thing we are going to do is to print the node which we are actually now visiting inside of this if case, and we will also insert it inside the visited also, right? So first we will print the root element, which is A, and then I am going to simply add it to the visited array using visited.add function. Now root will be added to visited, so A is now there inside of the visited array. Now what I will do is I will have to explore the adjacent nodes, which is B, C and D, right? So I will write a for loop which will go from inside of the key. So here you can see for neighbor in graph root, right? So what graph root represents here, we have already seen that similar thing in DFS also. Graph root means that we are actually fetching the values of this key root, right? So if I will pass A here, we are going to get this whole set B, C, D here. So the neighbor will go from B, then in the next iteration it will be C, and then in the next iteration it will be D, right? Something like that. Now what we need to do here, the next step is to make a recursive call. Now in the recursive call we are going to recall this function, which is DFS function. We will pass the same visited array, but now the visited array is now changed. It has A inside it, and then we will pass the whole dictionary, which is the graph, and instead here we will pass the first neighbor. So in the first iteration the first neighbor is B. So now we are actually calling this function again using this neighbor B, right? So this neighbor B will call this function again. It will search it inside the visited array. It's not there, so now it will add it to the visited array, and we will also print that. And now again we will you can see now this in the first iteration it will again check the neighboring nodes of the B node, right, which is E. So now it will again make a call to this DFS function. The neighbor will be E, and it will do again and again until and unless this for loop in the very initial iteration, when it will cover all the iterations, which is basically covering A node, B node, C node, D node and E node. When it will be able to run all of this, it is now going to backtrack and it will visit all the remaining nodes as we have seen inside of this, right? So this is basic working of this whole algorithm. In recursive approach it's simple, because what we are doing is, whenever we are visiting a neighboring node, right, at each and every iteration I am visiting a neighboring node, but instead of actually covering the adjacent nodes of the neighboring nodes, what I'm trying to do is I'm making another recursive call. What it will do is it will restart the whole algorithm from this bth node, right? So first we want to run the algorithm for A, visit the B node, and I'm going to do similar thing with B, right? That's why we require recursion, because we are doing the same task again and again. So in B, when we will visit B, we'll have to perform the same thing, right? Search for the neighboring nodes, which is A and E, right? Again we will search whether it is there in the visited array, and we will print it and we will add it, and then we will visit E, then C and D, right? So that's how this whole algorithm works. Now let's run this algorithm and let's see what is the output here. So I will quickly open the terminal here, and here I will just write python 3 dfs.py, and now you can see here the output is A, B, E, C, D, right? So make sure to run this program by yourself and make sure to understand how this recursion is working, and if there are any doubts you can ask it in the comments. Make sure to like this video, subscribe our channel, and in the next video we will cover the array part, the stack part of the DFS. By using stack data structure we can also implement DFS, and we will also see what are the time complexity advantages and disadvantages in using these two different approaches, because it may come inside of some interview. So that's all for this tutorial. Thanks for watching.